This is a big train set.
Through the time that I've been modeling, I've never been lucky enough to get my hands on an actual Hornby train set. Growing up, I had always wanted one, but living in the States, they weren't that easy to come upon. So when I found one of those ones that I wanted from when I was a kid on eBay for a not so crazy price, I jumped at the opportunity, and as you can see here, now have this giant box. So let's go ahead and open it and show you guys what's inside. Now, this set came out in 2005 and was discontinued soon after, and as you can see is called the Percy Circus Electric Train Set. How creative. But as it is, I really have to say I enjoy Hornby's way of packaging. Not only is Percy and his consist shown beautifully on the front, but there's also this classic hit-era Thomas & Friends logo that personally brings me back and hits a lot of nostalgia points. And it doesn't stop there. On the sides of the box we get a better view of not only the circus wagons but Percy as well as the track layout that comes with the set, which in my opinion is a nice touch, and this is something that I wish other brands would follow in. The only downside is either side is basically the exact same thing, but at least they took the time to put something on it, so I really can't complain. The highlight of the packaging, I think, is the backside, as not only do you get a full catalog of what Hornby once had, rest in peace, but also a bunch of ways that you can combine these different layouts to make other ones, as well as what the Hornby track mat looks like completed. Definitely a nice touch, at least in my opinion. But as beautiful as this packaging may be, the real highlight is what's inside of it, so let's go ahead and open this too. As you can see here, everything came packaged quite neatly. It's also good to note that this set was pre-owned, so I'm not sure if this is how the packaging comes directly from Hornby, but pulling that protective layer away, we can start to see all the features that this set includes. Of course, most importantly, Percy and his 4 circus wagons, which up until this point I've never seen in person, so personally my excitement is reaching a peak. Here we can find the buffer stop that comes with the set, also in a very good condition and definitely a welcome feature, even though I likely won't be setting up this layout itself. But for this, we also get a standard Hornby controller and a wall power pack as well. Note, if you live in the States, you're going to need an adapter for this. Unfortunately, the set did not include the track mat that it was supposed to come with, but honestly, I'm not too upset about that, especially because now I own a Hornby Percy, and that's what we'll take a look at first. Unfortunately, Percy came missing the hook from his front coupler, which was an easy fix, but aside from that is pretty much in a mint condition. While the face he has is a bit off, I would definitely say it's closer than what Bachmann has, but the weirdest feature I would say the model has is the inclusion of a printed whistle even though it has 2 normal whistles in front of it. Seems like a waste of time. I also noticed that the tooling of the Hornby Percy is a lot more simple than that of the Bachmann, as Hornby is notorious for reusing parts on different models, so this same chassis can be found on not only Bill and Bin, but a lot of other models too. Aside from that, Percy features a molded back lamp that is unfortunately not painted, as well as a running board that's not painted, but the fact that Percy has an open cab and a somewhat Percy looking face, in my eyes really helped to make up for that. So while it may not feature as much detail as the Bachmann model, it definitely still is a good one. Albeit one they could have done a bit better on, but one that I'm still proud to own. With later releases of Percy, they would actually go back and add white paint to the running board, and while this does look nice, it's not something that I'm upset at my model for not having. Personally, I would rather own one of the older models anyway. But with all that being said, let's get into the wagons that Percy comes with too. The other reason that I wanted this set. And with no exaggeration, I can say that these have to be some of the best rolling stock that I've ever seen in any Thomas & Friends line. Not only is the Circus logo separately fitted from the wagon, but each of them feature a separately fitted ladder as well. Not to mention, the details that are molded on are still quite enjoyable, and the fun different colors that each one is painted in definitely helps to complement that. So now that you know all of that, here's a look at the wagons themselves. This set altogether I would definitely say has lived up to its hype. Like I said before, not only is it great to finally own a Hornby Percy, as recently they've become a bit of an addiction, but all 4 of the circus wagons as well to go with him. It was definitely worth every penny. I guess part of me just wishes it didn't take so long to actually get it. But as they say, better late than never, I suppose. And now that we know what all comes with this set, let's see Percy pull these guys around. like I said before, just like the Hornby James, this was well worth the wait, and I'm proud to finally have this set as a part of my collection. As I'm sure most of you know, Hornby has actually recently stopped making their Thomas & Friends line, which makes finding the engines in sets like this a lot harder. But on the chance you should run into this set, whether it be on eBay or elsewhere, I highly recommend it, as not only is the Hornby Percy a beautiful model, but the wagons that he comes with in this set are tremendous. And now that I've been able to actually get my hands on them and take a look at them in person, I truly believe that any Thomas & Friends modeler would love this. So should you be able to find one of these sets, I can almost assure you won't be disappointed. And honestly, it really is a shame that Hornby isn't making these products anymore. But at the end of the day, I am happy to have what I have. And honestly, that's all that really matters. And hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a look at this train set too. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe, as there's always more train stuff on the way. It really does help to keep the railway going. And as always, thank you guys not only for watching, but for all of the support too. So until next time, thank you guys again for doing everything you do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.